General Hospital spoilers reveal that Trina still seems to have new moves in the new episode. It seems that Trina made an action that made Curtis nervous. Curtis is still investigating Marshall, so before things are guaranteed, he doesn't want his relatives to have any contact with him. It seems Marshall is meddling too much in Curtis's private affairs. Marshall knew Curtis and Portia had established a serious relationship with each other, and that the two of them were even talking about moving in together. Of course, it's about Trina's daughter as well as Curtis's. Marshall also considers Trina as a niece, and he has decided to replace Curtis to solve Trina's troubles. It should be remembered that Trina's identity is still unknown. She could be Curtis's daughter that Portia has been trying to hide for so long. However, until now there is no exact information. Curtis once offered Marshall the opportunity to open up about his past stories, but Marshall refused. Given that Marshall was dealing with a very dangerous enemy, Curtis was not allowed to interfere. Curtis is still very angry, and he does not accept Marshall getting involved in the problems of the people around him, especially Trina. On the contrary, Marshall wants to make up for everyone, so he hopes to help Trina out of this trouble this time. Even though Trina is Portia's daughter, Marshall considers her a part of the family. Besides, Trina is old enough to decide with who to contact without Curtis having to intervene. Trina is in danger of going to jail because now she is the biggest suspect in the case of releasing Joss and Cam's sex videos on the internet. Of course, this was all done by Esme, and she even blamed Trina for it. Marshall also served time in prison during this time of his disappearance, so he will have appropriate advice for Trina. These two will soon meet at some restaurant in Port Charles. As long as it is not Curtis's the Savoy. Trina doesn't know Marshall yet, but he will use his role as Trina's grandfather to give her useful advice and fight in the future. After all, Curtis and Portia are not legally married yet. Perhaps Curtis didn't even know he was still Jordan's husband on paper. Even so, Marshall made an appointment to meet Trina and told her to treat him like a family member. Marshall trusts that Trina is not the one to harm his best friend and that he will support her wherever she goes. Whenever Trina needed, Marshall was able to support, and this touched Trina very much. At least she didn't feel abandoned right now because there were so many people around her. Trina certainly can't bear the wrongdoing that when she has nothing to do with this case.
One for a start.